Over the past year, Schwalbe has released a lot of new tech, and the one that I'm most excited for, as well as a lot of other people, because it pretty much sells out as soon as it comes in stock, is the new Radial tires. And I thought it would be really fun to test the new Magic Mary Radial tire to the old standard Magic Mary back to back here today to see if I can tell a difference between the two and see if I prefer one over the other. And I want to make this test as close as possible by riding the same trail on the same bike, same day, same tire pressure, same softness, and same trail casing. So hopefully that makes it a really fun test for us today, and I've been really excited to do this. But first, let's explain what makes the Radial tires different and why they're so exciting. So what actually makes Schwalbe's new Radial tires different from the standard ones, and why should you even care? Well, it all comes down to how the tire is built. Tires have internal threads called carcass threads that sit at about a 45-degree angle, but with the Radials, they've shifted that angle closer to 90 degrees. And while that might seem like a small detail, it totally changes how the tire rides. You end up with way more contact with the ground, up to 30% more at the same pressure. Because the tire can flex and adapt more precisely to what you're riding, roots, rocks, all that stuff, it stays planted instead of bouncing around. All right, now let's go over some possible downsides. There is a little more rolling resistance, which can make it a little slower, just because there's more rubber in contact with the ground, but Schwalbe's done a great job at balancing that out with their tread design. You might also notice that the tire looks a little narrower, but they're actually taller, and that height helps you give more contact area, so you're not losing anything in volume or performance. And I did notice, since I am a smaller rider on a small bike, that since the tire is taller, I do have to move my seat up more, otherwise I will buzz it. But I imagine that larger riders don't have that problem. I'd like to know if anybody has that experience. All right, now that we've quickly covered the tech, let's get into the fun part and test ride. The bike I've chosen to test with today is my RE Tempeak e-bike, and I think this will just help me get quicker laps in to remember how the tires felt so that my memory doesn't fade so quickly. And it's really hot today. It's 100 degrees, so trying to avoid that heat so I'm not out here all day. And also, to speed up the test, I already have my spare tires mounted up, and I think the first thing I'll do is test the standard Magic Marys front and back, and then I will test the new Radials front and back. The trail I'm choosing is called Shake and Bake, and it's because it has a lot of variety. We've got corners, we have rocks, jumps, a little bit of wood, but it's just an up and over. The conditions today are very loose, very sandy, so typically people's tires are kind of not holding a lot of traction here, so that should be a good test for now. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a lot of loose sand. Ooh, got kicked. So the rocks are like lava rocks, a little sharp. I don't think they're slick. So far, holding traction fairly well. Giving it like a moderate pace. Definitely bouncing around on the rocks, but I also hold extra weight with this e-bike. Oh. Oh, bunnies. A little bit of wood. Woo, took that wide. I haven't ridden this trail in a while. All right, that was good. Riding with the standard Magic Marys went fine. I only had a few sketchy moments. There was the one time where I got kicked on a rock. I'm curious if I'll feel like I get kicked at all with the radials, because I think that'll be when I notice it the most. I think I'm taking it pretty easy in the corner, so I haven't really slid out at all in the corners, and we'll see how that feels with the radials. Just from the pedal up on the trail, I'm so excited about this right now. I was trying to figure out how to describe what it feels like, and I think just simply it feels more planted to the ground. That, and maybe it'll inspire me to go a little bit faster and ride at a faster pace without feeling like I might slide out, because like I said before, this dirt is very loose. Like, we got this loose sand on top of hard pack, very dry. So these are tough conditions to ride in and push it. Even going slow, like, or just a moderate pace, it can be difficult to, you know, keep yourself from sliding out. Sounds different. Okay. Okay. I feel like it didn't bounce on the rocks like the other tires did. Oh, that was smooth. That was nice. Okay. Felt like I went into that corner faster. Wow, that was smooth feeling. Wow. Okay, feet bounced a little bit there. Even under braking. Oh, it just feels so much smoother. Wow. Feel like I can like pre-hop things a little bit easier. That was faster. A little bit nervous to go too fast on the e-bike, because it really usually bounces around. Okay, let's try not to take this wide. Oh, you guys, I wish you could experience this for real. Woo. Okay, I feel faster. I'm not like pushing it. This feels smooth. Like if I wanted to push it, it's more confidence inspiring. Okay, sold. Wow. That was a really successful test, and I'm so excited about it. I was very nervous going into this that I wouldn't be able to tell a difference and would have to go over something over and over again to really feel, and have to switch the tires over multiple times. But instantly, as soon as I got on the pavement, I could feel it, and they sound different, and like I said, planted. These tires feel so planted, and they actually felt faster to me even with the same tire pressure. And you can run more without worrying about that. So I think they say around 3 to 5 pounds of pressure is advised to run more if you want that. But I don't know, I still felt faster. So I'm so excited about that. It made me feel more confident. And when I did the corner, I could feel the confidence when I was on the radials, and I rolled through it faster. And all the rocks that I went through, like, so planted, it felt way more comfortable, more confident. So those are the key things for me, and I'm switching this to all of my tires as soon as I can get my hands on them, because I'm serious, these things sell out. The only con, which I already mentioned, is since I'm a smaller rider on a small bike with 29-inch wheels, there's less clearance already between the tire and my seat. So I do have to slam my seat all the way forward if I run radials. Yeah, so excited. I really hope you get to try these for yourself and feel this joy that I feel right now. And yeah, if you liked it, please like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me a ton and gets me inspired to keep making content for you guys. And comment too if you have any questions or if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.